Hello everyone, welcome back to this Python programming series. Today we'll be looking at loops. Now, what are loops? First of all, why were loops made? Loop is a programming structure that repeats a sequence of instructions until a specific condition is met. So if you want to perform a task multiple number of times, we will use loop. Now a certain example where it is used and why we use loops. Now, in traditional programming, if I were to give you a question like print the first 10 natural numbers, you will do something like this. This is manageable. You just have to write 10 lines of code. This may seem long, but it was still manageable. But if I say something else like print the first 100 natural numbers, you will end up writing 100 lines of code, which will take a lot of your time and it will just be stupidity. To fix this issue, loops were introduced. Now, what are the types of loop? There are two types of loops. First is while loop and the second is for loop. It's your choice which loop you want to use, but certain areas require certain loops. We will learn them in the future. But for now, let's focus on what these two loops are. First of all, the while loop. The general syntax of while loop is that the while keyword is written. Then the condition, whatever the condition can be, x is greater than 10 or anything like that. Then a colon, and then we need a space of 4 indentation before the statement. This is the proper structure of a while loop. Now we will take the same example. We have to print the first 10 natural numbers. In this sample code, I first initialized x with 1. Now our variable x is initialized with integer value 1. I will then write a condition that while x is less than and equal to 10, meaning that the loop should run until x is less and equal to 10. So the value will keep on printing, and each time it is printed the value is incremented. So at first the value was 1 of x. Now after the loop prints the value of x, which was 1, it will increment it by 1, so it will become 2. Then it will check the condition again. If it is not false, 2 is less than equal to 10. It is true, 2 is less than 10. It will print 2, then it becomes 3. As it is incremented again. This loop will run for a number of 10 times. Now what will be the output of this code? The output will be on the right side. 1 to 10, all the natural numbers from 1 to 10. If you want to print from 1 to 100, you will just simply change the 10 to 100 in the while part condition. Now the for loop. There are two parts of for loop. First of all is a loop. The for loop is used for iterating over a sequence, that is a string, tuple, dictionary, list or set. For now, we will not discuss this part of the for loop because we haven't studied lists, tuples or dictionaries. We will come to them after a few videos. For now, we will focus on the for loop with a range. It is the same as the while loop, but it uses a range function to act like a while loop. I will first explain what is the range function. The range function returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increments by 1 by default. As you can see, it is almost the same as while. It first initializes a value, supposedly we take x, it initialized with 0, then increments by 1 by default and stops before a specified number. You can start the range from whatever number you want and increment it by whatever you want. But for now, I will focus on the default arguments. Supposedly, if I were to write range 6, the range function will run from 0 to 5, 1 less the given number. So 1 less than the given number is 5. Now, how would you use in for loop? In for loop, the syntax is as this. For a variable such as x, in range, then the value such as 6, then the statements like print or anything else. This is a sample code to print the first 10 natural numbers for x in range 10. Now the range function will give us numbers from 0 to 9. As I said, the range function default starts from 0 and increments by 1 up to 1 less than the given argument. So 1 less than 10 is 9. So it will go from 0 to 9. And it will print all the natural numbers from 0 to 9. Now, the range automatically initializes x. At first in while loop, we have to write x is equal to 1. But in for loop and in range, we don't have to do that. It automatically initializes x with a new value each time. So first it will be 0, then next time 1, and so on to 9. Now if we run this program, we will get 0 to 9. But we want it from 1 to 10, the first 10 natural numbers. To solve this problem, for now, in a basic procedure, we will just make x plus 1. So whenever the last value, which was 0 to 9, will be incremented by 1. So it becomes the first 10 natural numbers. So 0 plus 1 will become 1 and 9 plus 1, 10. So this is how we will print the first 10 natural number. So that is all for this video. I covered the main part of the loops. I will cover the remaining in-depth part of the loop in the next video, and I will solve some practice questions and give some questions for you. Hope you understood the concept, and I will also in-depthly explain range as well in the next video, so don't worry. If you have any questions, do leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, then do like and subscribe. Thank you.